Hello everyone. You've probably seen how amazing car chases can be in movies, right? But did you know that in real life they can be even more thrilling? It's all thanks to the incredible gadgets police officers employ. Prepare to be amazed by the extraordinary methods they use to catch suspects. Let's get it on. If you don't see any obstacles on an empty road, it means the way is clear, right? That's what rule breakers think too. But law enforcement has a clever trick up their sleeve, straight out of a spy movie. When a criminal is on the run, they can easily turn off the road if they spot a patrol car ahead. But with this system in place, they'll be stopped well before they realize they're caught. This small suitcase can be activated with a remote control that works even from 30 meters away. Just one press of a button and this happens. It's unlikely anyone could get far with tires punctured like that. But in just a few seconds, the spikes will retract, clearing the road for the patrol car. The inventor really thought of everything. During a chase, criminals often see themselves as heroes in a cool action movie, believing they're smarter than the police. That's why it's especially funny to watch them get caught in the simplest traps.
Bien fait pour ta gueule!
And here's a good example. Seeing a net on the road, you might not think much of it. After all, how could a simple net stop a car? Well, here's how. As soon as the vehicle rolls over this unassuming device, concealed spikes in the net snag the tires and pull the net along. The net then wraps around the wheel, quickly bringing the car to a halt within seconds. And no, the net won't tear. The threads are so strong that they can stop a 10-ton truck. It's no surprise that security agencies around the world rely on it. Occasionally, an officer finds himself chasing just one vehicle without any support from other police units. No one can set traps in this case, but there's an effective way to reel in the suspect. Literally. The folks behind this invention, called crook hook, say that while watching chase scenes in movies, they often thought that the main issue isn't gaining on the criminal, but actually stopping them. That's why they came up with a modification that can be installed on any car. The system's equipped with two large hooks that latch onto the car in front and hold it in place. What's really cool is that with this gadget, you can not only stop a chase, but also prevent it from happening in the first place. Before a suspect even thinks about making a break for it, a police officer can hook onto their car. Even the boldest criminals won't try to race against the police when their vehicle's dragging a patrol car along like a trailer.
Just tell me one more time, Ryan. We're getting an updated location for you. Eastbound Elam Road.
They are. They do it. You just get those power lines. Yeah,
Okay,
you just get those power lines.
Yeah, this is I-20 at Seagoville Road. And again, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Rebecca, This is almost rush hour, but this is really the time when a lot of people start getting on the roads to pick up their children. Okay, it looks like there are 2 passengers who at this point are...
Picture this. You're attempting to run away, but all of a sudden, your legs feel heavy, and you realize you're unable to move. Sounds like something out of a bad dream, huh?
Yeah, they're chasing him.
Well, for those who tried to escape from the police after this device was used, it was a very real feeling. There's a tough fiber wire tucked away inside this small device. When you hit the button, the wire shoots out from the cassette at high speed and wraps around the target in almost a second. It all happens so quickly you might not even notice. Even though the wire wraps around the legs pretty tight, the device is still way more humane than alternatives like a taser or pepper spray. So, bad guys shouldn't get too mad. If someone used this thing against them, it means that they were dealing with a good cop. If you ever spot a cop car with a funky bumper, chances are that bumper is actually a cool gadget for stopping criminals. It's almost stealthy the way it works. A cop car rolls up behind the escaping vehicle with this tool out, a cable stretched and waiting. As soon as the cable catches onto the wheel, it unwinds instantly, wrapping around it and stopping the car dead in its tracks. The driver might not even suspect anything until his car fully stops. It's a simple capture system, but it always gets the job done. With the help of this device, police worldwide have managed to apprehend over 600 suspects.
Again, working to perfection. Just south of the Phoenix on Gilbert.
A small metal box sitting by the roadside probably won't raise suspicions of a guy trying to escape a chase. Well, too bad for him, because that little box is likely what'll bring him to a halt. With just the push of a button, a police officer in hiding can activate a mechanism that pops out spikes from a box, placing them directly under the offender's wheels in just a couple of seconds. Even if the driver brakes, the vehicle will still run over the spiked strip. And with punctured tyres, there's no chance of driving any further. Less than a minute and the pursuit is already over. Even today, some police officers are out there manually setting up these traps. It's a risky job. With a much higher chance of failure compared to using modern devices. In a typical situation, anyone would figure out how to drive around a bollard. But when that bollard suddenly pops up in the middle of your way, there's hardly any chance to avoid a collision. These bollards offer a fresh take on road barriers. Setting one up takes only an hour, and a small pit just 25 centimeters deep. Though it looks harmless, this little thing can effortlessly halt a 7.5-ton vehicle. See it in action with a big truck. Even Transformers probably wouldn't make it out in one piece after a collision like that. This big titan called Rook resembles a mini tractor or bulldozer, but it's way more powerful. It rolls on tracks, which means that it can go wherever it pleases. But What's really cool are the extra gadgets installed up front. There's this awesome system that can effortlessly unlock any door, even if it's bolted shut. Rook always wins at hide and seek with the criminals, so there's no point in trying to hide.
Right, passengers getting out, all blue. It's on Marlow, north of Hughes, and a satchel on a black satchel. I've got the driver's going to be running back towards 4160. 4160 Marlow's in the backyard. Now he's over in 4148.
It's totally possible to stop a violator by getting alongside their car and hitting just one button. If the police car has this simple gadget on its bumper, inside the tube there's an arm with several spikes. The arm instantly shoots out at an angle, hitting the criminal's wheel dead on. Of course, no wheel can withstand a jab from multiple spikes designed specifically to gradually deflate the tire. The device is cool, but having good driving skills is crucial for applying it successfully. I bet the creators knew it'd be used by real pros. What could some net possibly do against a truck barreling down at high speed, you might wonder? But if you were the one pulling off the crime, you'd likely get caught in this trap too. This seemingly unreliable net could actually halt a vehicle weighing over 6 tons, travelling at a speed of 80 km per hour. Depending on how fast a vehicle moves, its impact can range from gentle to downright destructive. So, it's safer to slow down. Naturally, stopping altogether might be the best move. Imagine a gadget straight out of a spy flick. This mini tracker attaches to a car, shooting out from a special device on a cop car. Once it lands on the criminal's vehicle, he can no longer escape justice, even if he thinks he's shaken off the chase. This nifty little gadget tracks their car's location, movements and route in real time. Bet plenty of criminals have no clue they've got this tiny spy hitching a ride with them. Pursuits can take place both on land and water. For these scenarios, inventors needed to create something special.
It has flipped.
For example, this launcher that shoots a net. You can trigger the shot manually or remotely from an autonomous vessel's deck. Then, the net does all the work. It wraps around the boat's motor propeller and smoothly stops it. After that, the criminals will have to rely on the current and paddles to move forward, but the Coast Guard will still be able to catch them.
Turn. There you go, straight on. Going back a bit.
This isn't your typical barrier or fence, but rather a sophisticated Riot control vehicle. It's a remotely operated, armoured vehicle equipped with cameras that provide a tactical advantage to police officers. With a few button presses on a specialised remote, officers can deploy a large metal structure to contain or redirect unruly crowds. This vehicle gives authorities an upper hand in crowd control. While people may break through a police chain, this Titan ensures the battle is decisively tilted in favour of law enforcement. And then there are those moments during a chase when officers don't have any high-tech gadgets at their disposal. In such situations, they fall back on the tried-and-true tactics from their training days. It's a testament to the importance of fundamental skills, even in an era of technological advancements. Every graduate of the police academy is familiar with this maneuver. The key to a successful pursuit tactic is to force the fugitive vehicle to make a sharp lateral turn. To pull off this maneuver, you've got to get real close to the fugitive's car, make a slight contact, and then quickly yank your steering wheel towards theirs. One wrong move, and either the officer could be in danger or the bad guy could get away. But if you nail it, their car spins out and stops, and then you can get your cuffs at the ready. You know how they say everything new is just well-forgotten old? That's the case here too. Hedgehog barriers have been used for quite some time to block roads, mostly at military sites. Hedgehog barriers come in various sizes, even ones that can be easily set up by a single person. You can connect them using special fastenings to block off traffic, or keep them separate. Either way, no car or even tank will be able to pass these spiky guards. There are many devices that can stop passenger cars, but what about when it comes to a large vehicle, like a truck weighing several tons? This handy barrier is perfect for situations like this. Weighing just 24 kilograms, it's easy to set up. Even a single person can handle it. Plus, its modular design allows you to block multiple lanes of road at once. The car will hit the structure, and at first the criminal might think he's gotten away. How naive. This barrier is engineered to slide under the car and halt its movement completely. No bad guys getting away from the police now. During a chase, a criminal might disregard all traffic rules. And attempt to speed over a speed hump. But if that speed hump had a surprise in store, their getaway would be cut short. A clever modification to the standard speed bump could be a game changer in such situations. Check out how effortlessly those retractable spikes pierce through tyres. It's like popping a balloon. No wonder they're dubbed tyre killers.